Hey everyone, C-Stan here with the Lord of the Rings The Living Card Game. Today I've got for you a Gimli deck, a Tactics Gimli deck, and I'm calling it the Return of Tactics Gimli just because it's been a long time since I've played with him. I know other people have had decks with Tactics Gimli recently, but I don't think I've played with the hero in ages, so um, I'm calling it the Return of Tactics Gimli. And the heroes I'm using alongside are Gandalf and Bifur. And the goal here is it's quite mechanically complex actually. And I don't even think that I play it myself very well, or optimally at least. Um, there's a lot of decisions to make, and it's not always clear what the best option is. So right now, I think I want a mulligan. Uh, I'm not sure about that though. Just because I like the way this deck runs is it tries to spam a card called Well Equipped. And Well Equipped, what it does is you discard the top two cards of your deck, which I can see. I can see the top card from Gandalf. And so you discard the top two cards of your deck, and if one of those is an attachment that can go on a dwarf character, you can attach it for free. So this is really good for cards like um, Citadel Plate, for example, which would normally cost 4. If you do it right, you can get um, like a Citadel Plate out on turn 1, which I've done a few times. But the other thing is, right now I've got a Heed the Dream on the top of the deck, which could potentially be used to dig for the card. So, yeah, that's the dilemma right now. I think I will take a mulligan. Maybe a mistake. Okay, well, yep, probably a mistake. The quest we're playing is Escape from Umbar. I find it's a good deck for a good quest for testing decks out. And the one worrisome aspect is that you do need a decent amount of willpower, and you can get location locked. And this deck doesn't have a ton of willpower, so we'll see if we get stranded in Umbar or not. So if you're not familiar with the quest, if you have 0 progress on the quest at the end of the round, and the quest has been in play for the whole round, then you lose. So normally that wouldn't be hard. You just get a little bit of progress on there, and then you wouldn't be worried anymore. But a lot of things in this quest will remove progress, which you'll see. Okay, and we've got a couple cards. This Umbar Sentry actually starts engaged with me, but there's a narrow alleyway up here in the staging area, and when I travel there, I get to choose an enemy engaged with player and tuck it underneath this location. And while it's under that location, the enemy is considered to be out of play. Then once I explore narrow alleyway, he'll come back into play engaged with me. But it's a way I can avoid an enemy on the first turn if I need to. Okay, and then we also have Seize Them, which after an enemy attacks and destroys a character, remove X progress from the main quest. X is the attacking enemy's threat. This is probably the effect I forget the most, but hopefully it won't happen in this game at all, because I'll mostly be damaging Gimli. Okay, so let's start the first turn. And I guess the first thing we do is play Daron's runes, draw 2. And we'll discard a copy of Hidden Cache. I will play Expert Treasure Hunter on Biffer and set myself a reminder. I forget this effect quite often. Put it down there so I can see it. Okay, now I think what I want to do is I want to pull a resource from Gandalf to Biffer and play down the Galadrim Minstrel for 2. And when she enters play, I get to look at the top 5 cards in my deck for an event card and add it to my hand, then shuffle my deck. So I'm doing this rather than playing the Heed the Dream off the top of the deck, which has the same similar effect, because she'll actually get me an extra willpower. And that first turn, I need a lot of willpower, just because I want to get a decent amount of progress on that quest. And then I search the top 5. Aha! So I do find Well Equipped. So you'll notice a lot of the cards in this deck are built around finding and recycling Well Equipped. So there's this card, which I just used. Also, Heed the Dream can be used to dig for Well Equipped. And then we have recycling cards. I have the Weaver that can put Well Equipped back in the deck. And I do have one other card that can be used to recycle, which you might see later. Okay, and now we shuffle the deck, which is nice, because we might be able to get an attachment on top there. Oh, no we don't. Okay. Now, this is tricky. So Gandalf would actually let me, if I want, play this Well-Equipped off the top of my deck. But that's burned me in the past when I've discarded, because I won't know what I'm discarding. I don't know the next 2 cards. So I don't know if I'm actually going to get an attachment out of it. So for now, I'll just wait until next turn, until I can see what's up there. Okay, so I'll quest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and reveal a card. Umbar Sentry. Surge, Archery 1. Okay, nowhere to hide. First player discards cards from the top of the counter deck until an enemy is discarded and puts that enemy into play and engage with him. Yikes. Okay, discard, discard. Okay, we put this guy into play, engage with us. And the surge doesn't trigger there. So we quest for 8. They've got 3, so we get 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will travel to Narrow Alleyway and put an Umbar Sentry behind. Engage this Umbar Sentry. And combat phase doesn't look good. I've got everyone exhausted here. Oh, I do get to trigger Expert Treasure Hunter because I succeeded in questing. So I will name Event and discard it and bring it into my hand. Okay. Now I think we can survive. These guys say when they attack, either remove 1 progress token from the main quest, or Umbar Sentry gets +2 attack for this attack. So they'll be at each at 4, which is, a little too much for me. But first I will deal 2 archery damage, I guess on Biffer. And then I will remove 2 progress, 1, 2, to make these guys only attack for 2. I will turn up this one undefended, and it's nothing. This one as well, it's nothing. Put that on Gimli. And we are ready to start the next turn. Okay, it's the resource phase. I'm going to use Gandalf's ability to play Daeron's runes. And draw. Good. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's see what we want to do here. I would like a wizard pipe. I think... Oh, so I have to discard. Let me discard a weaver. Now, let's see. I think I will play Heed the Dream for 1. You know what? Let's play Well Equipped first. Discard the top 2. And get that self-preservation up on Gimli. Okay. Now what? Now what I think we want to do is... probably play Heed the Dream for 1. Search the top 5. Okay, I did not get Wizard Pipe, unfortunately. So I will grab the Citadel plate instead. And we will shuffle this up. Okay. It's not going off to a great start. I need more hit points on Gimli, but I can't get out the Citadel plate just yet. I think what I'll do is I will play the Weaver for 1 off the top of my deck here. And then it says, after she enters play, shuffle the top card of your discard pile into your deck. So I could put Heed the Dream back in. But I just realized that I uncovered this Citadel plate, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to choose not to trigger the response, which is actually, I think, the first time I've ever done that on her. I'll play my second well-equipped, discard 1, 2. And unfortunately, we do lose the self-preservation, but we get a Citadel plate on Gimli, which is going to be really good. And here we go. Now, I think that's it for planning. And I don't want to quest for too much here, because I don't want to advance. So I will quest only for 1. And let's see. It's now the quest phase. I'm going to play Daeron's Ruse off the top of my deck and draw 2. 1, 2. And I shall discard... He's got another copy of Well Equipped, which is nice, and a Wizard Pipe. I think I'll discard my Grappling Hook. Alright. Okay, so we quest for 1, and we reveal each player exhausts a character he controls until the end of the combat phase. Exhausted characters cannot ready. Okay. I think that's okay. Because I will exhaust Biffer. Yeah. And we quest successfully. I get 1 progress on there, and I don't get to trigger Expert Treasure Hunter because Biffer wasn't questing. But luckily we don't uncover this enemy that's hidden away there. So combat phase, we deal the archery damage. I guess first I'm going to heal up 2. And then the archery will put 1, 2 back on Gimli. Deal the shadows. Now I'm going to use time counters here to keep track of how much hit points Gimli has. He's got 5 of his own and 4 there, so we can compare the damage to the time tokens, make sure he's not dead. Okay, now I can only kill 1 of these guys, so I guess it makes sense just to... I'll remove 1 progress to bring one of them down to just 2 attack, and the other guy at 4 attack I'll defend with the minstrel. So the minstrel dies, and I lose 1 progress from the quest anyway. Here we go. And then this guy is only at 2 attacks, so I will defend with Gandalf. No shadow. Gimli attacks for 2 plus 4, so 6. And he will destroy an enemy there. Okay. Now we go to the refresh phase. And new turn. Okay. In the resource phase, I will play the White Council off the top of my deck. And what the White Council does is it actually gives me an option. So it says X is the number of players in the game. So there's only 1. So I only have to pay 1 for that, and I'll pay off Gandalf. And it says, starting with the first player, each player chooses 1 different option. Ready a hero he controls, add 1 resource to the resource pool of a hero he controls, draw 1 card, or shuffle 1 card from his discard pile into his deck. Now, see if you can guess which one I'm going to do. I am going to look through my discard pile and shuffle a well-equipped back into my deck. There we go. Alright, now it is the planning phase. And I've got some options here. I've got resources to play. I've got Wizard Pipe that I can play. I think what I'm going to do is play Expert Treasure Hunter off the top of my deck, like so, onto Gandalf. And lo and behold, we have a Citadel plate on top. So I could well equip to that right away. But I don't need to, because I'm going to play... well, do I do that now? I think what I do first is I play the Wizard Pipe for 1. And then, let's see. Yeah, then I discard the top 2. No. Then I swap. going to swap this Unexpected Courage to the top, and then I will well-equipped boom, boom, and put the Unexpected Courage on Gimli so he can do more stuff. Then I shall pay 3 Master Ironsmith. So you can be forgiven if you don't know what this guy does. Response. After you play Master Ironsmith from your hand, if you paid all of its resource cost from a single hero's resource pool, attach a weapon or armor attachment from your hand or discard pile to that hero without paying its resource cost. So that's a long-winded way of saying I get to put a second Citadel plate for free on Gimli. And really, that's pretty much the only use of this guy, because his stats aren't great. He is essentially just a one cost discount on a Citadel plate. But in this deck, where you're trying to get Citadel plates out quick, it's pretty good. And now Gimli gets 1, 2, 3, 4 more hit points. And I'm out of resources here. So I guess I will now quest. I'll put Biffer to the quest this time for 2. And the Weaver for 3. So 3 on the quest. We reveal Celadron Archer, and it doesn't do anything. So we have 3 versus 2. We make 1 progress. Boom. And we complete it, which means this guy comes back into play with me. And unfortunately, we don't get any more progress on the quest, so we can't remove anything. I was successful in questing, though, so Biffer gets to draw a card. Well, he gets to discard. I name attachment, and I get it in my hand. Here we go. Not going to engage him. I got my hands full already. I will deal 2 archery, though. 1, 2. I'll heal that off. 1, 2. And yes. Deal shadows. They are both at attack 4. So I'm going to defend 1 with Gandalf. He gets +1. So that's going to be 5 attack, 3 defense, 2 damage. And this one I'll take undefended. Discard an attachment I control. I will get rid of this second Expert Treasure Hunter. And that's undefended damage. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my bad. I also forgot 2 archery from here. Now, I guess I could put 1. Probably would have put both on Gimli, but I will just put 1 here and 1 here, because that would have been safer, I guess, not knowing the shadow card. Okay. Now Gimli attacks once and twice, and he's got 9 + 2, 11 attack. So these guys are gone for good. Alright, so things are clearing up. Go to the refresh phase, and we don't lose because we still got a progress. Start a new turn. Okay. Right. We can start planning now. Gonna start needing more willpower. Unfortunately, because this got discarded, my plan was to actually play the Weaver this turn and shuffle this well-equipped back into my deck. Because that got discarded on top of it, I can't really do that anymore. Okay. So I will, I guess, just play the staff for 1 and 2. Let me think. I can actually pay, if I pay 1 and 2 for the staff. Then I can give 1 resource using the staff to Gandalf. And then use this pipe to swap Unexpected Courage on the top. And then play Unexpected Courage for 1/2. Yes, Gandalf decks are pretty complicating. Okay. Now let's quest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reveal another archer. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Progress. And I'm successful, so Biffer draws Unexpected Courage off the top. Okay. I think we will engage 1. Actually, that's all we can do. Deal Shadow. And when he engages us, either remove 2 progress from the main quest or discard an ally you control. I'll remove 2. Gimli will defend. Oh, we got 4 archery to deal with. Let me heal up 2 first. 1, 2. And do some math here. I have 4 archery. And if I'm going to take 2 damage, possibly 4 damage if the shadow is terrible. 4 brings me nowhere. So I will put 1 on Gandalf, 1 on Gimli. This archery is really adding up. I'll put another on Gandalf. And then I will kill off my Weaver. Okay. That way, there's this shadow that could potentially add 2 attack. So I'm defending for 2, and he's attacking for 4. So if he gets up to 6, he'll deal 4 damage, and I'll still survive. So I defend, reveal a card. Oh, choose a non-unique enemy in the staging area, engage it, and deal it a shadow card. Yikes. Okay, so we engage him. This is why I should not have been greedy with my staff and just used it for shadow card purposes. I take 2 damage from that. And I guess I gotta risk it. Defend. No shadow. Take 2 damage. Oh, sorry. When he engages me, either remove 2 progress from the main quest or discard an ally control. I don't have an option. If I discard those 2, I lose, so I discard an ally. Okay, Gimli attacks and kills one of them because he's got 14 attack. More than enough. And let's start the new turn. Okay, I shall spend 1 resource to, let's see, shuffle in another well-equipped. Alright. And let's see, shuffle that up. Okay, good. It's on the top. That means we could potentially play it if we can see what the next card is. Or if we can just Wizard Pipe. I'm going to Wizard Pipe Vigilant Guard up. And well-equipped it. 1, 2. Oh, that's nice. So we discarded the Vigilant Guard. We get to put it on Gimli. And what this does is gives +2 hit points. So 1, 2. And when another character would be assigned any amount of damage, I can place one of those damages on the attached character instead. And then a hidden cache, since it got discarded from my deck, I get to put 2 resources on a hero, and I'll put them on Biffer here. Okay. Alright. So now I can spend 3 playing another self-preservation for some more healing. Okay, so we'll use them both right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 healing. And I think I will save the rest of my stuff here. I will commit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the quest and reveal. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, another archer. So we make 3 progress. 1, 2, 3. I'm successful. I get to draw with Expert Treasure Hunter. We engage. We can't discard an ally, so we've got to remove 2 progress. And we've got 2 guys attacking for 4, and we've got 4 archery. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks like all I can do there. Let's see. Yeah, this is pretty tricky. Expert Treasure Hunter. I used that already. I can discard one of their shadows. But I'm going to have to defend one, take 2 damage, defend the other, and I can't. So I've got to defend one. Let's see how it goes. This guy. Take 2. And then I guess this guy's got to be undefended on Biffer, so we got to say goodbye to him. Yep. He's dead. Ouch. And then I remove X progress from the quest, where X is the attacking enemy's threat. We remove 1, 2. So we're still alive. Gimli attacks once and twice and kills both. We start the new turn. And alright. Unfortunately, again, I was going to use Weaver to shuffle that back in, but we can't. Oh, and also the staff was unused from last turn, so I'm going to just put a resource on Gandalf, I guess. Okay, this round we will need willpower. So let's see. Swap. I guess I will swap this grappling hook. No, I'm gonna play grappling hook and then for 1, and then use the Weaver to shuffle it back in when I need to. So for now, I will just use Gandalf's 1 resource to play the white cancel and shuffle back in. What do we need back in there? Some willpower, I guess. Of course, I can't play... Well, I can play the minstrel with Gandalf, I guess. Maybe another self-preservation back in. I could... Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Shuffle that up. Okay. Now I will quest for 3. And then reveal a card. Finally, a location. It's 0 threat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Grappling Hook, though. And it says discard Grappling Hook and exhaust attached character to commit attached character to the quest using its attack instead of its willpower. So that brings my total questing up to 16, 17, 18, 19 versus 0. So we actually blast through this thing. And we have no engaged enemies, so we advance right away. Maybe a bad thing. And the current phase, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Let's see, shuffle, there we go. And each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until he discards an enemy and puts that enemy into play, engaged with him. Okay, there we go. He's engaged with us. Alright. At the beginning of the quest phase, reminder, if any player is not engaged with an enemy, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded and added to the staging area. Okay, so it helps to keep around an enemy, I guess, until you're ready to beat the stage. So maybe I won't kill this guy. I will heal myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready up. And this guy's archery 1. And he's attack 4 because I can't remove progress. So what I will do is use the staff to avoid any nonsense here. Yeah. So I'll use the staff to discard the shadow card. Yeah, additional attack. That would have been deadly. So I will defend, and he attacks for 4. I take 2 damage. Okay, and I will not ready and kill him because I don't want to have to reveal extra cards. So we refresh and begin the next round. Alright. Okay. We should get another grappling hook out. I will swap the top card in my deck with the Weaver. Play the Weaver with Gandalf for 1. Shuffle the other grappling hook back in, just so we have lots of grappling hooks. And play this grappling hook in my hand for 1. Anything else we can do? No. Okay. So we will quest for 3, 4. And reveal a card. Okay. It looks like we're going to have just enough, because this is 3 threat. Right now, this is X, which is number of engaged enemies, which is 4 threat. So, and we committed 4. So we exactly cancel this out right now. But I'm going to play Grappling Hook to add what is essentially 13, 14, 15 attack to the quest, which means 15 progress. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we won't travel. I will ready up Gimli. We have to deal an archery damage. That's fine. I will heal 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And discard the shadow card. Boom. I defend with Gimli. He's at attack 4 because I don't want to remove any progress. And that'll deal 2 damage. Then Gimli readies up and swings for 14. Takes him out. We've got 15 progress and no enemies engaged, so we win. Oh, alright. That was probably the closest game I've ever had with this deck. It was off to a pretty rocky start. Lost Biffer halfway through. But normally, this deck is much faster at getting out the plates, and Gimli can start attacking enemies and killing them immediately. But yeah, I like the deck a lot. It's a lot of fun because, I mean, Gimli gets to smash things. That's fun. But there's so many interesting choices to make in terms of what you can do. And I find a lot of Gandalf decks are like that. But there's an added layer to it with the recycling aspect, with the Weaver and the White Council. Deciding what to put back in your deck is not always an easy choice. And you don't always see the benefits immediately. But I think it's really interesting type of deck to play, and one that I think you should give a shot. So, as always, thanks for watching, and happy questing.